Hello there, welcome to January 2021. Congratulations, you survived 2020. Hi there. January was really good. I had a lot of good self-reflection for 2020. I'm really happy that we were able to get through it, and that times are changing for 2021. I'm kind of sad that the Christmas 2020 and the New Year's 2020 didn't really feel like the holidays to me. Normally a lot of the time my family is really loud on Christmas Eve. We stay until midnight just partying it up and eating, and yeah, that didn't happen this year, and it makes me kind of sad, but I'm happy that they're all safe right now and they're all healthy, and they're just trying to survive as well as they can right now. I myself have been not too affected by this whole thing. I'm super fortunate that it's happened the way it's happened, but I know there are a lot of people that are hurt out there, and I wish them all the best. And yeah, call them. If you have people that are in that situation, call them and just talk to them and everything. That means the world to them that someone out there is thinking about them. Actually, for one of my goals for 2021 is to schedule a time in the weekend to specifically talk to my family, my parents especially, just for 10-15 minutes, just saying what's up. Even though there's no point to call them, I know they enjoy that, so I've been personally, I schedule it literally inside of my calendars in order to do that specifically. So anyway, yeah, December was okay with pickups. It was a very busy kind of month for me, for work and the holiday scheduling and everything like that, and just trying to get things together and to end the year on a good note. So that takes a lot of work sometimes, but fortunately we were able to see a little bit of family on Zoom and to cook some food and deliver to our neighbors and to our other family members and people we haven't seen in a while, which is cool. As far as games and stuff, obviously the biggest stuff came out already after in the November time frame, so everything afterward is kind of extra credit. But I did pick up some things, and I got some presents that I was waiting for especially with my PlayStation 5. So I know I mentioned earlier in I think the previous video or the one before that I was going to get Miles Morales for PlayStation 5, and I was waiting on it, and I finally got it, which thank God, because I actually platinumed Spider-Man 2018, which was awesome. It just took a lot longer than I thought. I didn't think it was going to be that long. So once I was done with that, I was cool, I'm ready to jump in straight into Miles Morales. I also finished, but I didn't platinum, Uncharted Lost Legacy, which is the perfect length of a game for that type. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was really pretty. It was really intellectually stimulating at times with the puzzles, and the combat was really satisfying, and the sound was really good, actually. That I played the majority of it on my living room setup, and so I have a 4K TV there, and I have a Sonos soundbar and a Sonos sub. And normally I don't like playing there too much because I either disturb the cats or my wife, so I don't play there as often. But it's kind of whatever, I want to try it out. She's busy doing her own thing, so she let me kind of just go free rein on it. And it sounded amazing. Some of the grenade blasts in there and some of the shotgun sounds in that game with the sub turned up, whew, it sounds like it's happening right next to me. So I'm really happy I was able to finish that game. So now that I've finished that game, I'm now ready to play Last of Us Part 2. So now I'm caught up with all the Naughty Dog games. And then the last PlayStation game that I've been waiting for is this one right here. So I got Demon's Souls for Christmas, thank you to my sister, and I installed this. This is gorgeous. I knew it was gonna be pretty because everyone posts about it. It's it looks really, the graphics look really, really good. Blue Point Games really just hit it out of the park with this one again. They already did that with the Shadow of the Colossus. So yeah, it's a great time. I only probably played about maybe 3 hours of it so far, so I'm just my toes are barely touching like the surface of this entire game. I know a lot of people have platinumed this and all that type of thing. I was like, congratulations to you. I don't really care about platining it, or plats in general. Like, kudos. It doesn't impress me. I don't know why people get impressed by that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing this thing. But I got some other stuff to finish too. Like, I was playing Yakuza in the middle of it too. 13 Sentinels is really great. So yeah, I got a lot of things in the mix at the same time. I don't want to concentrate my time all in one game because I get bored easily. But yeah, what else did I get? So other gifts that I received. So I got both this one right here. This is Star Wars Squadrons, which is awesome. Like, I haven't played a Star Wars. Well, I mean, I've played like ship battle games before with Star Wars, and the last one I think was like the GameCube one, the Rogue Squadron one. But the sim ones that I like are like TIE Fighter. Like, if you ever played that on PC, that's the one like I missed about this. And I heard this is a lot more similar to that, and it's a little harder, so which is like cool with me. Like, I like harder games. So, and this, I got the PlayStation 4 version because I wanted it in VR, so I could like really immerse myself in the whole situation. Plus, I'm banking they're gonna make a PSVR 2, and if they could up-res all their stuff for older games like this, I'd be like really excited to start playing games like that on the PSVR 2. Another PSVR title that I requested for Christmas is Psychonauts and the Rhombus of Ruin. And yeah, I'm super excited because this is probably one of the last titles you ever see Double Fine's games on the PlayStation platform with, besides Psychonauts 2, which should be coming out because of the Microsoft acquisition and everything like that. But this is cool because I can't wait to like hang out with Raz and family inside of a PlayStation VR and see like what's inside of his crazy brain or whatnot. And I don't think they made a lot of these, so I hope this is like, wait, this includes a voucher for the classic original game, Psychonauts 6, so I get the original one too. Oh, that's fantastic. Damn, I love Double Fine and their stuff like this. So anyway, yeah, excited to play this one too. What else did I get for Christmas? The last one I got for Christmas is GranBlue Fantasy. This is the Deluxe edition. Look at that beautiful artwork. Excited to play this one because it's a fighting game. You would think that the Guilty Gear guys have cornered like the artistic fighting 2D fighting game landscape, but nope, there's still room for some other guys like this, like the Exceed stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to play this one. I heard this has like light RPG elements, and from what everyone plays of it, like it's a pretty cool fantasy universe that has like anime and like a mobile game. I think it started out as a mobile game, but I like the art style, like the ornateness of it, and its setting. So yeah, can't wait to jump into that one. Even though I'm like really bad and rusty at fighting games right now, the only one I like play kind of regularly is Soul Calibur 6. But even then, like I can't, like I'm not up to date to the latest patches and all the rule changes, and the buffs and like everything else that happens with each one of those updates. So yeah, I'm kind of like brain removed from that. So but yeah, like I have more time these days because I specifically scheduled times in my day to play video games. So to force myself to try to get more regularly through my backlog. So I hope I do pretty well for 2021. I have a spreadsheet of all my completed games, and I've realized that I finished in 2020 31 games, which is more than twice as much as what I finished in 2019. And so I was like, wow, that's actually kind of a lot. So if I actually like set, and that was without even, that's just like on my downtimes, I was just like playing video games without even really trying too hard. So if I actually set like a scheduled time, like how streamers do, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to finish games, like a good amount of games, I think. That's my theory anyway. So anyway, well, one of the last games that I bought before the actual like Christmas time finished is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. This is the remastered version of this. I'm super excited to play this one because like it's been like 20 years since I really devoted my time to a Tony Hawk game or a skating game in general, and like it has the skaters back, it has the music back, and it looks pretty, and it's all like, you know, high-resed up and like the FPS is up, so like I'm super excited to play this guy. And I got this for sale, I think on Amazon, because there's a bunch of sales going on. So yeah, I already like deleted a bunch of space off my Xbox so I can start installing this right away. So I'm gonna install it on my Series X in the living room, and then here in the garage on my One X. So yeah, can't wait to jump into that one. All right, so this last sale of games. So unfortunately, a GameStop near me was closing. So they had a bunch of sales, 50% off of pre-owned stuff and like 40% off of newer things. And so I was like, oh, that's a pretty good deal, 40% off for newer stuff. So then I immediately went to the Nintendo Switch section because, you know, Nintendo games never go on sale, and I picked up Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. This doesn't perform too well on the Switch, but it's a hell of a good time, and it's cool that you get to play with all the champions again. So I can't wait to jump into this one. I watched people stream this, and all the time limits that they set on like how when to defeat enemies. It looks really neat. So yeah, I got that one. I also included with this one, the manager or something gave me this keychain. I guess it's a pre-order item that came with the game, but not a lot of people picked it up, or they didn't hand them out at the time. So he's like, here, have this. And I was like, cool. It sucks you guys are closing. He's like, yeah. But I was like, okay. And he tried to upsell me on other stuff before I left, and I felt kind of bad. So then I started, like, I was like, okay, I'll check out what else you got. So then I started looking around the Xbox section, and I saw this game. This is Chromehounds. It's a Sega mech game for the 360, and it was like 99 cents. So half off is this is 50 cents. So I was like, yeah, if I don't, it kind of sucks that it's just a disc. But if I don't like it, who cares? If it was only 50 cents, I could just throw it in my, what do you call it, my binder of other discs in there and call it a day. Another one, like a really cool find that I thought was really neat. So I got a complete inbox of Silent Scope Complete for the Xbox. This comes with Silent Scope 1, 2, and 3. Unfortunately, I don't have a rifle, a light gun rifle for this game for my Xbox, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this. Like I remember the individual versions of this, but I don't remember seeing a complete version like this. And or maybe I just completely forgot about it, and for the Xbox they just decided to bundle it all together. So yeah, it has like the manuals. It even has an instruction manual. Where is it? There you go. It even has an instruction manual for the sniper rifle gun accessory itself. So now I have to go find one of these so I can actually play this guy. I think it's really neat. And I always, like, the one thing that always gets me about this is, like, you feel the heft of something like this that's complete in box with, like, the manuals and everything, and you feel something like this where it's a little tiny cartridge. This feels like nothing. This feels like, it feels refreshing to hold something like this substantial again. So yeah, can't wait to play that. The last Xbox game that I got, which I'm super glad they had actually, was OnRush. So OnRush on the Xbox One, if you don't know, this is before the developers finished their last game, Dirt 5, they made this one, which is an arcade, really colorful arcadey racer, which I wanted to jump into when it released, but there was another game that came out similar to it, and I got confused on which one it was, so then I kind of just put it on the back burner, I just didn't even pay attention to it. But like, I'm really happy that like people were talking about this recently because Dirt 5 released, so, and I was like, oh, that's the one I wanted to play. And now I could get it for much cheaper than it retailed from before. So I think this was $20, so I got it for $10, which is fantastic. And I already installed it in my Xbox One, so I can't wait to play it tonight, and I'll get that out of the way. Sorry, before moving on from OnRush, I haven't played like a rally or like arcade racer for like a while. Maybe Forza Horizon, technically rally, but not really. I like the rally games, but like I do miss the more traditional sim rally games. Before Dirt became Dirt, it used to be called Colin McRae Rally, and it had like really good sim elements inside of it. So it was like a lot more thinking involved and a lot more strategy in how you would like tackle a lot of these races. So if you don't know, rally stages are set up in like a certain location, like Spain or like Finland or something like that, or Australia. and you had to plan ahead of time, like depending on the weather and the type of terrain that you're going to be racing on, like how to set up your vehicle. And then on each one of these stages, they're cut up into 4 parts, and you're supposed to race like all 4 parts get like the lowest time possible. So say, for example, if like you did really, really well in your first part of the race, you take that time and then you go on to the next part and you add that time and so forth and so on. However, if something happened, like say in the second part of the race and you crashed, you can't repair anything, or you can't start fresh off in the next set until you repair it. So say you had a crash in the second part of the stage. For the third part of the stage, before that started, you had to spend, or like you had to add time onto your current time that you have to run the whole stage, to fix your car. So like say if you damaged your engine, like it takes a lot more time to fix an engine than it would to fix a wheel. So then, I mean, that kept you honest on how you drove through a lot of these stages. So like you had to plan out like, hey, like I could fix this, I could like risk taking this turn at this time or something further down the line to get the lowest possible time on the entire stage itself. So I miss those elements in the Dirt series, and I wish they brought that back, because like I'm not really interested in any of the Dirt games, because they took that out. And I realize that Dirt isn't technically like a sim, like a hardcore sim racer anymore. It's kind of different, kind of like a mid-range of what sim racers are, for rally anyway. But like I do miss that. That's the only way to get me back into the series, is if they brought those elements back. And I realized, and I know they had that with Dirt 2.0. But like at the same time, I was like, I already played these same games like from like 2004 and like 2000. Like I don't know why it took so long to evolve it, or how you say, not enough evolution happened in between that time for me to jump back in at that time, as of right now. So yeah, that's the only way to get me back into the series, really. That, or I buy like a nice rig, like, you know, have you seen those cockpits that have a steering wheel in front of it with the 3 display setup and everything like that, and like the VR headset and the fucking speakers and everything? That's the only way I'm gonna get back into it, is if I'm like either fully immersed or like hardcore sim. Like that's the only way I'm gonna get back into the series. So but yeah, I have OnRush to satiate me for like a little bit of time, and Dirt 2.0 for like a little bit. But yeah, that was pretty much my physical game pickups for December. I did get some other funny and fun game related stuff. So here, let me pull this out right here. All right, so I follow quite a lot of artists on Twitter, and I normally see them, sometimes I see them at cons. So like if I go to Evo, or if I go to like Fanime or something like that, I'll see them there. But unfortunately, obviously, like 2020, they shut all that stuff down. So a lot of them were still having sales on a lot of their artwork. And it sucks I couldn't like talk to them in real life, but I understand. But they had a lot of sales for a lot of their art. And one of the artists that I followed for a while, his name is Edwin Huang. And I hope I'm saying that right. But he draws really, really good Street Fighter art. I think he is part of Udon. He is part of Udon. So, which is the like comic book arm of like Street Fighter. So he knows how to draw Capcom characters. He's really versed at it, and he's been doing it for years. And he also helped design a lot of the statues that you'll see, like the really nice premium statues out there. He helped design a lot of them. So he had a sale going on in his store for like shirts and posters and like artwork and everything. So I was like, yeah, I'm jumping on, because I think it was 40% off. And like I don't have any wall space at all to hang this stuff. I just want to support him and like get really cool graphics out of it, graphic designs out of it. So one of the ones was the Women of Street Fighter. So it's this guy right here. Can you fit this up there? So this is the women cast of Street Fighter 5. And dude, this is like really neat. I don't know if you can see that. don't know if that comes across on camera. This is really sick. I like the form. Like, this is a bit longer than your normal form factor art. I do want to frame these. So this is the one I like really drew me in because he had this like straight up for sale on his Twitter page. The other 3 that I got, because I was like, after I saw that one, I was like, oh, I gotta pick these guys up. So he does a lot of group art for certain games. His latest one that he had is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. So this is the Smash Bros version of this. Dude, oh my god. Look at that Smash. Oh my god. So these are, I think, all the characters. What was the last ones that were announced? Because he just completed this, like, I think like 3 weeks ago. And he was trying to get everyone. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely everyone because Sephiroth is in here. So Sephiroth is here, and he was the last big character to be announced. So yeah, this is a sick print, and I can't wait to frame this thing up and get that up. So this is one of 3. So I bought these 3 specifically as a triptych. So if you don't know what a triptych is, it's like basically three portraits, like 3 canvases of paintings put together, make one whole like image or something like that. That's basically what I'm talking about right now. So that's part of the triptych. The second one, so he has a Capcom versus SNK 2 print. So there's Ryu up there, and Kyo and all the group from SNK. It's so sick. This is so sick. Like, Capcom versus SNK 2 is like one of the best, like, freaking 2D fighter games of all time. It is one of the best game though. I also got is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Obviously, like, look at that roster. Cable's at the top, Morgan in the middle, Spider-Man, Ryu right there, Chun-Li, Mega Man, like, oh, look at all of them. Freaking Ruby. Yeah, like, this is tight. So I'm gonna have this one, and then this one, and then my Smash Bros. I think I have a third one. Can I hold it up? I can't hold it up. But yeah, these are really high quality. Like, it's nice gloss paper that you put it on and everything like that. So yeah, I am excited to have these like framed and put up somewhere. Or once I get like my man cave, I can't wait to put these out. But yeah, it's gonna be really, really tight. Like, I can't believe like he put these are so dense. Like in the Smash Brothers one, like they're like the roster is enormous, but like he was able to fit in like looks like I was looking for Sonic and I was like, man, Sonic's too small. But like look at all the tiny guys he was able to put in this huge, enormous thing. Like, that is incredible. That is incredible work. Good job, Huang. Like, that is spectacular. Anyway, so that one I'm really happy about. I have to put it in like these protective sleeves because I don't want to get dust on them or any kind of scratches on them because they're really, really nice, high quality prints. They came in this tube, unfortunately, so they got rolled up for like a little bit. So I spent like the last week trying to flatten them out. So yeah, I'm gonna put it here, put the place upside down. All right, I'm gonna get the last 2 things that I got. Okay. So after a few months, this guy finally came in. This is the Lego NES system. It is a lot bigger than I thought it was. This is gonna be hella fun. It's also really expensive. I don't know why I got this, but like Mario moves and everything, and the cartridge ejects out of here and stuff. And I don't know. I'm a Lego kid. I was playing Legos ever since I was a child, and like this will probably be one of the last Legos I ever buy because it was really pricey, and I don't know, unless they make like a Sega Dreamcast Lego, that's the only other way I'm gonna buy a Lego system. But yeah, this came on the tail of announcing the parks. So the Disney parks. I'm sorry, the Disney parks. The Nintendo World Park. So yeah, I can't wait to play this guy. and assemble it and everything. My wifey, she has, I bought her for Christmas the Friends Cafe Perk set, so that's gonna be fun. She's gonna assemble that, her Lego set. I'm gonna assemble this guy. Yeah, this came in an enormous box that Amazon sent me, and I was like, what the hell did I order from them? I wasn't even quite sure. And you could probably put 3 of these inside of that big ass box, but I recycled it and it's gone. So unfortunately I don't have it. Anyway, so yeah, I can't even fit this in frame. Too big, too fun. I am over 30 years old and I buy toys like this all the time. Anyway, here's the last one. Okay, so I unboxed all this stuff. This is all my stuff I got for December 2020. This is actually fantastic that I got these games. And very fortunate that I was able to. I just unboxed the Streets of Rage 4 LE. I'm going to do a separate video on this. It's impressive all the stuff they were able to pack into this, and it deserves its own standalone thing. So I might cut this one short, but look forward to the future for a separate video for this guy. I'll probably just split it. I'll probably do it right now. But yeah, I got all of these guys as well. Yeah, not bad. I'm really impressed by this guy. And all the artwork that I was able to get and the Lego. A lot of great stuff coming around. I hope you guys were able to get the stuff that you wanted for Christmas. I hope you guys got the PlayStation 5s and Xbox Ones and Series X's and whatever. Shoes. Is that what kids like these days? Shoes? So yeah, I'm looking forward to January 2021 for a fresh new start. And I can't wait to collect more things for a space that I don't have enough of. But hey, I love this crap, man. This is my jam. I hope you have a great time collecting in 2021, and I'll see you later. Have a fantastic day. Peace. Bye.